It's now or never.
Exactly. I'll see you. Well, you probably passed me, but see you later.
We'll see you around.
Yeah.
I was getting so cold sitting back there. Welcome to day 3 on the AT. Baby. Woohoo! Everything's wet, but we're still having a good time. We literally just left camp. We woke up at 5 a.m. this morning to thunder and lightning so loud, like right above us and all around us. And then we laid in the tent for probably about 2 hours while it rained, and then it let up for a second, so we grabbed everything but the tent and went up to the shelter and just spent probably like another 2 hours there.
Yeah, hung out.
Yeah. I feel like it was at least 2 hours that we sat there, because the rain is supposed to end around 10. It's like 9:30, 9:45 right now. So we were getting cold and antsy sitting at the shelter, and the rain is really light right now compared to earlier, so we're just making a break for it. It was really fun sitting at the shelter. We got to meet a bunch of other hikers, so that was cool. I haven't really got to talk to any other hikers yet on this trip, and so it's fun to hear what people are doing out here, how far they're going, and just commiserate over the rain and just talk to people that are doing the same thing as me. And these are people I'm probably gonna see a lot over the next few weeks. So yeah, that was fun. Today we have a shorter day. We're doing 8.4, I believe, to the Lance Creek camp area. It's one of the last places you can camp before the bear can required area. So there's a stretch of the forest from Gerard Gap? What were people saying? I don't know, one of those. But from that gap to Neil Gap, you have to have a bear can to sleep there. We don't have a bear can, so we can't sleep there. So we're gonna camp just before it, because Neil Gap is 16 miles away and we're not doing that today. Tent is soaked. I didn't record myself taking that down or what that looked like. I should have. It is just covered in dirt. But I tried to keep the inside as dry as possible so that it's not soaking wet when we set up camp tonight. It's gonna rain again tonight. Hopefully we'll get a break during the day, and then it's probably gonna rain overnight, honestly, and all day tomorrow. And there's risk of thunderstorms tomorrow during the day. So we're gonna deal with that when it comes. But anyways, 8 miles today. Hopefully should feel pretty chill after yesterday. The hiking in the rain is pretty nice when it's warm outside. Like, this really feels fine. I guess also because it's sprinkling, not really raining. That helps. I like this. I like the first day of rain. Ask me again on the second day of rain. We'll see after tomorrow how I feel about rain. But today rain is good. My hunchback.
Would you like me to get the profile of hunchback?
Yeah. The people need to see my hunchback.
This is what we call hunchback. And I am
Turtle. And you're watching The Adventures of Hunchback and Turtle. Day 3 on the AT, baby! It's like 11 a.m. We've gone a little over 2.5 miles and it's still raining. So maybe this will be an all-day thing. But luckily it's not too cold right now. It is supposed to get a little cold tonight. It's like 40, I think. So we'll have to dry off when we get to camp, but it's all foggy and moody. Easy hiking, we're not overheating today. There's no bugs flying in my face. So, kind of nice. And I can tell like the rain is letting up. It's slowly slowing down. This is the viewpoint today. Looking good. What a view. Here's my lunch. It's oh, there's a piece of wood chip from the tree that I'm gonna eat. Got some hemp seeds and some salt and black pepper tuna in a tortilla. Mmm. Christina's having.
You wanna know what I'm having?
Yeah.
So I have ramen that I rehydrated this morning. There is sweet and sour soup mix. Get a better angle. Sweet and sour soup mix in it as it was dehydrating, and now I put buffalo chicken. So now it's like all orange.
This is my current setup right now. We're taking lunch somewhere near Ramrock Mountain. I actually don't know exactly where we are, but there's like the lightest drizzle, so I've used my poncho to cover my pack and my bare legs because it is a little chilly. And I'm eating lunch. Update on the ramen?
No.
No.
I don't like that. But I eat it, and now my body can go
4 more miles.
4 more miles.
This is just what we do all day. We walk and we filter water. And then we walk and then we filter water.
It's our full-time job.
This is my full-time job. Isn't that cool? Except I don't get paid to do it. Unless... I've just seen the most beautiful thing in 28.4 miles and I can't wait to show it to you. Wow, there's a road. This is weird. This is the most beautiful thing I've seen on trail so far. Oh, is it still working? I'm about to take advantage of this right here. Yeah. Everybody's tuna packets in here. That's probably like a couple pounds.
Yeah.
Genuinely off of my pack. Wow, what a glorious moment. We are somewhere in here and we gotta go all the way up here. Wow, so pretty close. 20.6 from Springer. 2,171.4 from Katahdin. Actually, I could use a bathroom.
Man,
We're being spoiled today. Oh my god. The trail does provide, huh? What a day. This is a good day. Yay. 10.8 to Neil Gap. That's exciting. You only got 10.8 more miles.
Wow, that's crazy.
I know, it's kind of flying by. I bet that's a great view right there. I don't get the pleasure. But I do still get to do the climb.
get the pleasure to do the
I love this. Where do I go? Right, the rock is the view. But let's see if we can see anything anyway. Oh, yeah. Wow, look at that.
That's the clearest view we would have seen this whole day.
I know, that's like the biggest view we would have gotten. This is your last chance for a view. Oh.
It's okay.
Just imagine.
I'm sure it's beautiful.
Mountains as far as the eye can see. They slowly get more and more blue as they go back.
Yeah.
It's 2:15 p.m. We're like a mile and a half from camp and the sun is coming out. So all is right in the world. Wow. Look at this tree. It has an arch. This is where we're going. Gotta immediately get this wet tent out of here. Lovely. We're gonna let this dry out.
Okay.
Lovely. Let me see. The rain was hitting the ground so hard that it bounced back up onto the tent. So this was great. And the footprint wasn't actually that wet this morning, but now it is soaked on both sides, so. Thank goodness for the sun.
And my chair.
And your chair. And Crocs. We have just been hanging out at our campsite. I have made a home for myself on my poncho here, and I've just been laying right there and putting my feet up on this rock. It's been really nice. We set up the tent, so this is where she'll live. It's almost fully dried out. It's mostly just the rain fly that's still wet, so I'm hoping setting it up and letting it sit here for a couple more hours will dry that out, just for it to get wet again tonight. But yeah, it feels good to be at camp at a reasonable time and to have a few hours to just lay down and be off of our feet and just relax and eat all of my snacks. I made 2 piles of snacks. I set aside everything I need for tomorrow to get me through the day into Neil Gap, and then anything left over, I basically was like, this is stuff I'm allowed to eat tonight. And so I've just kind of been working through that pile of snacks. Christina heated up some water for us, and we had some warm beverages. Christina had a cup of coffee. I'd never sleep tonight, but I made myself a cup of bone broth, and so that was really nice. I get some extra protein, some extra calories, and just a nice warm salty drink. That's what we've been up to. It's been really nice. Probably gonna make dinner soon, and then walk over to the main campsite area of Lance Creek Camp and use the bear cables to hang up our food for the night. All of the campsites over there are full already for today. There were a lot of us at the Gooch Mountain Shelter last night, and most of us seem to have been heading here to Lance Creek, so all 4 tent pads were full by the time we got here, but luckily we got this nice little campsite that's not too far from the main camp area, and I'm sure we will have neighbors at some point tonight because there are a lot of people coming. Oh my god.
You're amazing.
What was that, like my 4th try? That's pretty good. It was the backwards hat. Somebody asked how I do the bear hang. So I do the PCT hang because it is impossible for a bear to cut the rope and get the food with the PCT hang. So here's what I did. I found this branch that hopefully will work. It looks like it's about like 14 feet off the ground. So with a bear hang, you want it to be 12 feet off the ground and 6 feet away from any trees like to the side of it. So even like there's this tree right here, this branch is probably like 8 feet away from that. So that's perfect because a bear could climb up that tree and try to reach my food, you know, up on this branch, but this branch is far enough away that a bear couldn't climb on that and get my food. My only concern with this branch is that a bear could somehow climb onto this tiny little tree. I don't know if it could support the weight of a bear, so that probably isn't an issue, and then like reach down and grab my food. So I just want to make sure I can hang it high up enough off the ground that a bear can't reach it from the ground, and low enough from that branch up there that a bear or other critter can't reach it from the branch, basically. So here is what I do. I have the rope already thrown over the branch. Did it on my 4th try, so usually takes Christina doing it actually to make it work. Okay, so to get it over the branch, I have a rock in this little bag. This bag I've tied to my string. I take the rock and I throw that over the branch, and that's how we got to this point. I'm going to remove the rock bag now because we don't need it. On the other end of my rope, I have my carabiner that I'm gonna attach to my food bag. Then I take the other end of the rope that's not attached to the carabiner, we put it through the carabiner. That is very important because that's how we're gonna kind of stop our food. And we take our food bag and put that in the carabiner. So now we have the rope and the food bag through there. And what I will do, I'll do it lower for you, is I'm gonna pull the bag much higher than this in a second. Once it's up there, I create like a little, you kind of make a circle and pull a loop through that circle. And in that loop that I pulled through, I stick a stick in there, and then I pull the loop tight and it keeps the stick on there. And now when I drop my food, the rope stops the food, stops the bag from falling because it catches on the carabiner right there. And so what's nice about this is that bears have learned from other people, or another kind of bear hang basically is tying your rope like to the branch up there and kind of holding it suspended in the air. But bears who are used to humans have learned that they can just take their claw and cut that rope and the food will drop. So with this hang style, a bear can cut this rope down here and the food isn't going anywhere. So you as the human kind of also lose your food unless you have another way to get it down, but also we're not training bears to get humans food, so that's good. Yeah, so I'm gonna do this, but much higher up so that it's bear proof. Pull it way up there. I lost my stick. Get your stick ready. Make your loop as high as you can. And then stick your stick through the loop. Pull it tight. And let it go. How much higher above my head does this look, Christina? Okay, that's pretty good. 6? Okay. I can try to do it a little higher. Better? Yeah. Woohoo! That is how you hang a bear bag. Hopefully that survives the storm tonight. I think I might end this video here. Today we did 8.2 miles on the AT, but my watch says that we did 9.33. I don't know where that extra mile came from. I was pretty excited at Woody Gap, so I guess I was pacing around a bit, and then we did take a longer blue blaze to a water source that ended up adding like a 1/4 mile onto our total hike, but yeah, and then a lot more chill elevation compared to the last couple of days. Today we did about 1,800 feet of elevation, whereas yesterday we did 2,950, and the day before that we did almost 3,300 feet of elevation, so I'll take 1,800 feet. And tomorrow should be a lot easier because we are just trying to get to Neal Gap. It's not as much elevation, not as many miles, but I will get into that in tomorrow's video and leave you here tonight. So, good night, and I'll see you in the morning.